Hey guys, welcome to Java Tutorials. In this video tutorial, we'll talk about iterative construct in Oracle. So here in this video, we are going to talk about all kind of basically loops available in Oracle. Let's go through the first of all concept and then we'll explore through an example as well. Yeah. So here iterative constructs are used to execute a set of statements repetitively. The iterative constructs supported by PL/SQL are as follows. First, we have a loop, then while loop, then for loop. Let's go through each and every one. So here it is when we talk about the loop, it is the simplest iterative construct and has a syntax like here you can see there are two syntax. You have to write the loop and then end loop, and between this you have statements. So these statements will be executed, right? And here we see within that you have to specify the exit condition. If condition, then exit, right? If this condition evaluated as true, then we have to exit from the loop, right? And after end loop, whatever code if you have, then that will be resumed, right? So this loop does not facilitate checking for a condition, and so it is an endless loop. The to end the iterations, the exit or if then statement can be used. So if you do not provide this condition, if then condition, if you do not use the exit keyword, then this will be basically executed indefinitely, right? Second syntax you have where here you can see for exit, if then condition we have used, right? If this condition is true, then I'm telling to exit from the loop. But second, you can use something like exit when conditions, right? You can use any of the syntax for this loop. Yeah. Now let's talk about the while loop. The while loop is evaluated is a conditional derivation construct. Basically, while loop is a conditional derivation construct. The condition is a part of the loop construct and not to be checked separately. Like in a simple loop, we have to check the exit condition separately, right? But here basically a condition, right? Condition is a part of the loop itself. So here, as far as basically syntax concerned, here you have to write the while, then condition you have to write, then loop, and inside that you have a list of statements, right? So here the condition is evaluated before each iteration of the loop, right? If it evaluates to true, the sequence of statements are executed. If the condition is evaluated to false or null, the loop is finished and control resumes after the end loop statement. Yeah. So I hope you are clear. Now let's go to understand about the for loop, right? So here the number of iteration for loop and while loop is not known in advance, right? The number of iteration depends on the loop condition. The for loop can be used to have a definite number of iteration. Syntax of for loop is something like that. You have to write the for, then loop counter, then you have to use the in or a reverse in you can use, right? uh, or here you have a low bound, and then after putting two period sign or dots, you have to give the high bound, and finally you have to write the loop. And within that, if here basically first of all you need to understand the loop counter. So loop counter is the implicitly declared index variable as binary integer, right? And here we have a low bound, right? So low bound and high bound, right? So low bound and high bound specify the number of iteration, and finally we have a statements, right, within that. So statements are the content of the loop itself, right? So bounds of the loop are evaluated once. This determines the total number of iteration. Loop counter will take on the values ranging from low bound to high bound incremented by 1 each time, right, until the loop is complete. The increment of the loop counter is automatic and need not be done explicitly, right? So this is all about the basically for loop. So we understood all three loops. Now let's go go to understand same with an existing example, right? So let's start with the simple loop. So here I have shown an example of simple loop, right? So here you can see I have a PL/SQL block, and there I have declared a variable is called v underscore counter, and another variable is called v underscore sum. Counter I have initialized with 1 and sum I have initialized with 0, right? So this initialization we have done in the declaration section. Now our SQL block starts from here and ending here. So and always should end with the semicolon. Within that we are using simple loop, right? So now here we are writing sum equal to v sum plus v counter, right? So here basically we would like to calculate the sum, right? Sum of the counter, and counter every time we are incrementing by 1. And here is the exit condition, right? So as we have learned in loop, simple loop, either you can specify the exit condition using if then statement or exit statement. Exit when I'm saying v counter is greater than equal to 10, then just I'm telling to this I am specifying the exit condition. If v counter is greater than equal to 10, means whenever v counter becomes 10, then we are just coming out of the loop. So this will calculate the natural number starting from 1 to 10. So let me show you. Right, so here you can see, so here sum of national law starting from 1 to 10 is 45, and that's got printed, right? So this is the example of basically a simple loop. Now same PL/SQL block we can convert into the while block, and that is I have done here. So here in while block what we learned, so conditional check is the part of the basically loop itself. So what rest of the things would be same. Only thing what I have done, this conditional check, what we have written over here, exit condition, that I have moved into over here. Only little change I have done, v counter less than equal to 10 I have done, right? Instead of v greater than, sorry, v counter greater than equal to 10, that will not work in the here I have written v underscore counter less than equal to 10, right? So basically counter starts, right? So first of all counter value is 1, so 1 less than equal to 10, that's true, that will go inside, and that will v sum is initially is 0, so 0 plus 1 in v sum 1 will be stored, right? Now counter is incremented by 1, so now next value of counter will be 2, that will go 2 less than equal to 10, that's true, again this will go, and v sum earlier value was 1 plus 2 3, v sum now stores 3, now counter value become 3, so again 3 less than equal to 10. So in that way when counter becomes 10, that is also true, right? 10 less than equal to 10 true. When counter becomes 11, then 11 less than equal to 10, that becomes false, and we will come out from the loop, and just we are printing the value of the sum, right? Whatever sum is calculated, we are coming out of the loop, and just we are printing using DBMS output. So if I run, then here you can see, here we got the output 55, right? Now here we are calculating basically value, so we got the value as 55, right? Now same practical example I have converted into the for loop. So here for loop is very simple. Here what you can see here, here you don't require that counter initialization over here, right? Counter initialization not required at all. So simply I have written in begin for and then v counter, and in here you have to write starting from 1 2 till 10, and here you have to write loop. This is for loop basically syntax. Now here just this is optional, you can comment it out. So here here what I am doing, initially sum has initialized with 0, and counter is every time incrementing by 1 itself, and that is done by the for loop itself, right? And when counter becomes 10, right, so only we want value till 10, 1 to 10, and that gets added into the v sum, and same value we are printing over here. Let me show you. So here if you look into the, so let me show you first of all sum. So sum is getting printed 55. Now if you look into the value of, if you want to look at the value of every incremental value of v counter, then you can use the DBMS. So if I run, then here you can see v counter starts from 1 till 10, and this is the sum of natural numbers starting from 1 to 10, right? So guys, another syntax of this for loop is instead of in, you can write in reverse, right? What we have discussed in the slide. So what will happen now in reverse will, what will, when you write reverse, that means this will start from the 10, then 9, 9, 8, 7 till 1. In reverse order, basically this will take the number. Let me show you. So now here you can see number is starting from 10, 9 till 1, and sum of course will get the same. Either you'll get the sum starting from 1 to 10 or 10 to 1, both will be 55, right? So guys, that's all I wanted to discuss in this video tutorial. As far as some more practical example concerned, when we will start writing store procedure or functions, we will again we will deal with this kind of looping mechanism, right? So this is all about in this video. I hope you like this video, guys. If you did not subscribe KK Java Tutorials still yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it, and thank you so much for watching this video.